What's up, YouTube? Good morning. It is way back Wednesday, just Wednesday. Today is the 1st of September, 2021, and I got this new thing in the mail through Amazon. I wanted to show you what it's all about, talk about it, make this video as brief as possible because it is daytime. This thing is kind of like more of a nighttime use, but it is both day and night, so we'll go over that too. So let's just go ahead and get into it. This is the case it came in. It's a really nice case, actually. Well made, well designed, well built. It's like a charcoal color. You could say black or you could say charcoal gray, but it looks like a charcoal color, however you want to slice it, whether you see black or gray. It has little attachment rings on either side, so you can put a strap, a shoulder strap, which there is one in here, or you can get some other type of longer strap or whatever. But this is a travel case, carry case, whatever you want to call it, but it is pretty well built. Alright, let's open it. It's got two zippers. The unit comes just like this. This came brand new. I got it brand new. I bought it on Amazon. The brand is Creative XP. Other than doing searches for the best bargain for night vision optics, I had never heard of this company other than that search. So I said, okay, I don't know a lot about these different companies. So what I always usually do is research on things that I'm purchasing so that I don't get a lemon or something that I don't like and have to send back or sell or resell or whatever, or just throw in the closet and be mad that I bought it. I always try to do a lot of research on the different brands. So I looked at Night Force, and there's probably a good 5 or 6 other companies that I saw with very similar design patterns for night vision optics as these. They look almost the same, like these other ones that are out there on the market from other companies. If it wasn't for seeing the name of the company right there, it would be really hard to tell the difference of what brand is what. They all kind of look like this. This has a futuristic look to it, kind of like something that Luke Skywalker would use in Star Wars. If you see the very first Star Wars movie, as you see him wearing a Star Wars shirt, when he was riding around in his land speeder, he was looking at the sand people. He was using something that looked like this. Refer to that original Star Wars movie, the very first Star Wars movie ever made, called Star Wars. Not Star Wars A New Hope, just Star Wars. That came out later when they what did they do? They changed the movie a little bit. True Star Wars fans like myself know that Han Solo never moved. Anyways, so let's talk about the features. The battery compartments are in the back. Little tab, you lift that off. There's a little strap in there, so you can pull the batteries out. The battery compartments, which there's 2 of them, each hold four alkaline batteries, or you can throw lithium batteries in there. You just want some really good quality AA batteries. So 4 AA batteries here, 4 AA batteries here. Same thing here. You just lift off the tab. There's an opening there for the 4 batteries. Again, these are AA batteries, and you need 8 total. Now, apparently the battery life is pretty good because you have 4 alkaline or lithium batteries here and 4 alkaline or lithium batteries here, and they take each lens, and these 4 will power up that lens, these 4 will power up that lens. Both of these lenses are powered by an internal, not a motor, but a power source that's going to be called something like an intensifier. Basically, it's a light intensifier, and also an infrared illuminator. So that's what the batteries are basically for. But there's also a record feature. So there's an electronic board in here underneath here somewhere. And that also needs power to record, because you can record video with sound, and you can take still shots. So that's one of the features that I liked about this, why I got this brand. It's plasticky, but it does feel good on the touch, like it feels durable. It doesn't feel cheap. There's little rubber stoppers right here. As you can see, there's 4. And so that'll keep it from slipping if it's on a surface, you know, non-slip kind of thing. And then on the top, you have these rubber buttons, which is also like a splash-proof feature. This thing is IP rated for certain amounts of water. It's not waterproof, but it's IP rated. Like, if you dropped it in the water and took it out right away, you're fine. I wouldn't submerge it for like more than 5 seconds. You know, you get some water in there and a leak, because it's not pressurized to depth, so you couldn't take this scuba diving or anything, or snorkeling. It's not waterproof. It's splash proof. So again, the brand is Creative XP. You have these rubberized buttons, and there's grips right here as well along the sides, so you can get a better hold on it. When you hold this thing, these 2 lenses that you see are going to be pointing away from your face. This is what you're looking at, which is this screen. The screen, I think, is about 4 inches by 4 inches inside there. Now I'm not talking about this big glass piece right here. Inside that glass, deep in, a few inches deep in, there is a screen about halfway from here to here. That screen is about 4 inches by 4 inches. But you're going to look through this viewfinder screen here to look at that internal screen, which is another waterproof kind of splash proof thing. This is also rubber, so it's got a bunch of like water resistance to it. You can attach the straps to these little ring deals here on the side. You can see that, so you can hang it from your neck. The buttons are a zoom button, a mode button, the IR button, infrared, and then the snap button. Okay, I can explain them all really quickly. Obviously, the zoom button is you get a zoom feature. So there's only like 2 levels of zoom that I saw, which is like the first level of zoom, which these are considered binoculars, which they're not very powerful binoculars, like to go long distance, but they are binoculars. So when you first turn it on, there is an automatic like zoom. I don't know how far, like if it's 2 or 3 power. Then you click the zoom button, and it'll double that, I believe, so it'll go to like a 6 or 8 power. So you're getting somewhat of a good set of binoculars with that kind of thing, like you can see further than your normal human eye. Then you have mode. There's only a few modes, so you click it and it's on video mode, where you can record. You click it again, it's on picture mode, where you can snap a picture. And then there's one more mode, is playback mode. You click it again, and then you see a little button that has the little like play the video you just looked at or you just recorded, or play the series of pictures you took. So there's like 3 modes. Then you have your IR, which is your illuminated reticle or infrared. So the infrared comes out of this side, which you see, which is where this is a rubber piece that covers the infrared lens. It's very important that you always use this rubber piece on the proper lens. Like, don't try to put, I don't even know if it'll, yeah, it won't even fit, which is good. But it's important that you put this back on here. And the reason being is you can use this, these binoculars during the daytime, as long as you have the day like lens protector over it, because you'll see there's a little hole right there. What that does is it allows you to see out of that little hole, because you're looking this way. Remember, this is going to be to your face. It's going to be like you're going to be holding it like that to your face. So you're going to be looking that way through these lenses. It's coming this, you're looking this way, visually looking that through that. So that little bitty hole right there, believe it or not, gives you a good depth of view during the daytime when you have this rubber stopper lens protector over the lens. If you do not have this on during the day, you can ruin the infrared illuminator, and then you got a $300 hunk of junk in your hands, because the whole point of this thing is to use at night and in the daytime, but this will ruin it for night and day if you don't keep this on during the day. Now, there's no power, I don't have any batteries in there, so I can take this off. There's no light that's going to ruin the lens right now, especially because I'm inside. So this lens right here is totally different, because it's an infrared illuminator, than this lens. This lens here is more of just your binocular lens, and I believe you can, I don't know, this is a fixed lens, meaning it's non-adjustable, it's fixed. This is an adjustable lens, and as you can see, I can turn that. There's a series of numbers on the side there, which gives you ranges. So at 3 meters, which is what it starts at, you can go all the way up, 3, 4, 5 meters. There's increments, 10 meters, out to 100 meters, and then out to infinity, which is the highest setting, right? Now, apparently, from what I read, you should easily be able to see animal life, movement, people, out to 120 yards when you have it set on the right setting. So if somebody or an animal is 120 yards away from you and it's at night, you should be able to pick up their movement and see them fairly clearly to make out what that is. In other words, you can identify if it's a man, a woman, a child, or an animal, a dog, a cat, a deer, a bear, out to 120 yards at night in pitch black, darkness, which is why these are such a useful item. So if your kid is lost or your dog is lost and it's at night and you're at a campsite, you can find your child, you can find your wife, you can find your dog out to 120 yards in pitch black. That's important. So these are great for search and rescue, which is one of the uses that wasn't mentioned as to why people buy these. The reasons that people buy these in the pamphlet are hunting, camping, sightseeing, animal watching, bird watching, security reasons, to secure your property, whatever, or earthquakes, like power outages, like you have no electricity and then you need some night vision to navigate wherever you're at, inside the house or in the structure or whatever. But search and rescue was not mentioned. I do want to add that myself, because I think this would be a good tool for any search and rescue team, whether it be military, Coast Guard, police department, whatever. However, I'm sure in the military and in the police department they have some pretty high-speed gear for that kind of stuff. This is marketed for the civilian. That's why it's not that expensive. The retail on these, new when these first came out, this particular one, this is the Pro, was $300 and something, $325 or $330, around there. I saw some when they were showing the ads when they first, because this particular, the Pro, has only been out like a couple of years, 2-3 years. So there's one before this called the Creative, not XP because that's the Pro, but the Creative, maybe Creative X or whatever. It's basically the same unit, but you don't get all the additional, like you don't get a case and all this other cool stuff that comes with it. But as far as the quality, from what I understand, it's basically the same unit. On the side here, you're going to have your protective rubber again with a little tab, and you just kind of pull on it and it'll open up. And what you have in there is you have a USB port to power the unit up without batteries, so it can be used without batteries. You also have a port for your audio, so you can attach like an external microphone, or you can have headphones. So you have the I forgot what you call these, type of sound, you know, like an aux cable basically, right? And it plugs into there, so therefore you can plug that aux cable into maybe a speaker and then amplify the sound of the video that you're playing or whatever. Just different things like that. Then you have a spot right here, or a slot for your USB card, which it did come with a USB card. It's cool. I didn't have to buy an extra one. You click it, pull it out. I just put this in. So this is a 32 gigabyte. Camera won't focus. Hold on. Trying to get it to focus. Anyways, this camera is not focusing. Why, I don't know. But sorry about the camera not focusing. Meantime, this is a 32 gigabyte. I'm using my front facing camera or my rear facing, whatever you want to call it. 32 gigabyte memory stick, or you know, SD card, micro SD. And it has the name on it, Creative XP, and it says HC. So it's for photos and videos. So the quality of it is probably decent, but there are better memory or micro SD cards out there. So if you get a high def one, you could probably record a little bit better quality in there. But this is sufficient for some nighttime or daytime video. I keep it in there, click it in, and then again, you just close this up, right? So that's a real brief overview of this unit. It comes with a whole bunch of stuff. We'll talk about that right here. It came with a USB, not charging, but power cable, because you don't really need to charge it, because you've got to buy the batteries separately, and they have to be alkaline batteries. I threw this in myself just in case, because I have a spare. This is from my Motorola cell phone, just in case there's a wall plug. And came with a strap, which you can use on the unit itself or on the bag, because there's attachment points on the bag, the little rings, or there's attachment points on the unit itself on either side. This could hang around your neck. Came with the aux cable, the sound cable, whatever you want to call it. The owner's guide. It says "See the unseen," because you can see that I have already tested it. They work very well in pitch black. I'm talking about if you're in a room and there's no light and it's dark, you can see pretty damn clearly too. Also has a hub where it's got the iPhone or the USB-C or just your standard USB. And then on the flip side of it, there is the slots for the larger SD card and then the micro SD card to connect this to your computer to download the video footage or the pictures or whatever that you took. And it says XP on it, Creative XP, so this is made for that. And then you have a microfiber cleaning cloth for the lenses, which is a really good thing that they threw that in there, because this is a very good soft lens. And when you're dealing with camera lenses or any kind of photographic equipment lenses, you want to use a microfiber like that to keep it from scratching the lens and all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty much all it came with. Keep all this stuff together, but what I will do is I'll give you a demo. Even though it's daytime, like I said, I can give you a demo because it does work in the daytime. It's a day-night scope, binoculars. So put this to the side. We'll go through the manual real quick. It's the Glass Owl is the Creative XP is the brand. The Glass Owl is the model. This is the Glass Owl. And what do owls do really well? They see really well at night. These are full night vision binoculars. Again, it says "See the unseen." When you look in here, it's going to give you all the stuff I just told you, which is it's going to talk about what it came with. It's going to give you the features 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to 14. Infrared filter cap, which we just talked about, which is the orange or the little rubber thing that goes over the infrared lens. So that's a filter cap. The objective focus knob, which we said, which is 3 meters all the way out to 100 in infinity, whatever. Mode button, snap, all those kinds of things we went over. Oh, you could also mount it to a tripod. There's a little point right there where you can screw a tripod on into that and set this up so it's a stable platform. And I even have a coupon that came with these when I bought them that's going to give me a free tripod if I register this and all that kind of stuff. So I'll get that. What else is in here? Tells you how to do the battery installations. That's boring. I won't cover that. Tells you how to insert and remove the SD card. I showed you how to do that. Okay, this is the instructions for use. Press the power button for about 4 seconds and it starts the night vision device. And it tells you how to take a photo. You press the mode until you see the little camera symbol, which is going to look like a little camera. And then the video camera. It's just my camera is not, for whatever reason, it's not focusing. Alright, so camera symbol and then video symbol. If you hit the mode button, it's going to click back and forth to the camera, video, and then play. See, and then you hit this, there's a button here called snap. When you hit the snap button, it takes a picture. If you're in the video mode and you hit snap, it's going to start recording. Okay, you can delete them. It tells you how to delete the videos or pictures if you want. It's basic stuff. Turn it off. Same process. You hold down the power button for 4 seconds and it turns off. When you're looking in the screen, you're going to see all these symbols, which is the battery power, how much battery life you have left. It's going to show the record button, meaning you're recording if it's a little red dot, and then what mode you're in, which is, in this case, is video. And then it shows you your level of zoom, which again, it's just like a basic, and then you click it and it goes double that. So it's not that far, maybe an 8 power, but it's good enough. It's pretty good actually. All right, and then it has the time recorded of your video time, how long you've been recording, and if you're in infrared mode or not. Turn the page. Here are the different ways it's going to look when you're looking inside the screen, which is you're looking at this screen. You can format the card, the micro SD card, if you need to, which I didn't need to because it was already set to be. It was already formatted when I got mine. It tells you how to use the zoom function. Exit. Okay, setup. And you interface this also with your computer, so you can. There is I think there's an app that you download. Because it says transmitting stored videos and photos to a computer. You can use a USB cable, or you can use that little hub that they sent you. It's under my computer, removable disk. Okay, so everything that you need to know about how to operate this thing is right here. It's pretty easy to follow. This is a pretty good guide with, as you see, color pictures. And if this doesn't help you, there's support you can call. But this thing covers everything. This is pretty easy to figure out, but there's the number for support. You just call the phone number. So that's it. That was the overview. I'm going to put this book back away. And then I'll turn off the light so I can give you guys a really quick demo and then we're done. Because it's daytime, I'll give you a better demo at night. The idea is that it works at night is the best time because that's what it's really for. I just got to buy some batteries. I'll probably buy some today. So now I turn the light off, you can probably get an idea. I'm going to open up the little slot here. And I'm going to plug this in to the USB. So now that I've plugged it in, I'm going to turn it on and I'll give you guys a visual. So what I'm going to do is hold down the power button, which is right there. and you hold it down for 4 seconds according to what it says. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there it goes. So it was 4 seconds, and let me see if I get it. I'm gonna bring you guys a little closer. Okay, so now if you can see in there, okay, that's a good idea. So I'm gonna move out of the way. If you can see in there, you can see my hand. So it's on, and it is in video mode, and you can see right now it's just, it has a charging thing, like it's charging the batteries or something, but there's no batteries in there. And then down at the bottom it has the date, which I haven't even set that yet. So let's go through the modes. Okay, when you're looking in there, you hit the mode. Now it's in camera mode, and then boom, playback mode, like so I had recorded that video, and then video mode. So it's like 3 modes. So that's it, right? And then you can see, like, see if you see that thing on the table over there, that little glass thing, and then that's the table. So see, as you see, it works in the daytime, but it's because I have this lens on that it's not going to damage the lens, because the sun will damage it or too much light will damage it. But at night when it's pitch black, you're out in the woods or on a boat in the middle of the ocean where it's dark, you want to take this off. And so there's levels of infrared as well. I'm going to power this off so you guys can see. Hold it down. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there it goes. 3 seconds to power down. There's levels of intensity for the infrared. And what I mean